Good evening, everyone, and welcome back again with another live show on the channel. It is preview for England's next game in the 2022 World Cup against USA, which will be on Friday at 7 p.m. kickoff in UK time. And I've got Mason joining me. How's it going, buddy?
Yeah, I'm not too bad.
Good. Yeah, well, what did you make of that win against Iran on Monday?
I can only say about the first half because I was at work and obviously I was only allowed to watch the first 45 minutes. But I mean, England looked dominant. Few chances and then they keep going off with the concussion. I mean, and then after that, England just pretty much dominated. Pickford didn't have any big saves to make because their threat wasn't up there in the first half. But I mean, and we got going by Jude Bellingham, good header, and then the three, and started to get the other two goals in before the half time, and then going into half time 3-0 up, and then obviously when I was seeing that was 4-0 and 5-0 and then 5-1, 5-2 and then 6-2. Because I had my phone on it at work, but I mean, good result, and hopefully we'll do the same on Friday against the US. But the US will be a tough game because the US have got more better players. No disrespect, because Iran's got a few good odd players, but the US team is more better than Iran's team.
Yeah, that's true. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed tonight, please, of course, you know what to do, of course. Please do hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed tonight's show. Hit that subscribe button, of course. If you're new to the channel or if you're enjoying the content and you're not yet subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button, as it does really, really help grow the channel, definitely. Hit the notification bell as well, because it will let you know of any live shows or whenever there's been a video uploaded as well to the channel as well. And feel free to donate, because we do have Super Chat available. And feel free to become a member for just 99p a month. So just hit the join button if you'd like to become a member as well. Got no comments coming in yet, but hopefully we'll get some in very, very soon. But what you said, because USA on Friday, Mason, are we hopeful of another win in this competition in the group stage?
Hopefully, this is the first step up for England, where we're going to be playing against a team who has got the Premier League experience with them.
Yep.
Or playing in like the Champions League or European competitions. Because
absolutely,
America have that, and you've got like Iran. Iran have like the odd few, but Iran's got the much better players and playing in like Champions League week in, week out.
Yep.
You've got a few playing for like top 6 of like different countries. So, and they've got a few threats in the team. So, I mean, if we go out in the game on Friday and dominate America, then hopefully we'll take it out on them, because they've I say that they've left out some of the decent players, but I mean, when I watched them on Monday against Wales, first half dominated, and then second half Wales got back into the game. But I mean, just hope if he's not playing, Christian Pulisic isn't playing.
I mean, yeah, he's a threat for USA. He really, really can be, definitely. So, but judging by the title of this show, we've got to stick with the same formation, the 4-3-3. I mean, you could tell how brilliantly it worked in terms of our attacking. It really, really paid off, going with more of an attacking formation as well. And to me, Gareth Southgate's got to stick with that formation. I mean, he'd be really stupid if he went away from that. He's got to stick with that formation, because you could tell how much it really worked on Monday against Iran?
I mean, this is probably the first ever time I've not criticised Gareth Southgate, as I'm giving him praise for the formation he gives out, because somehow it worked. But no disrespect, but it's against a team who have never played before.
Yep.
A team with not so many players who play like the Premier League, for example, or La Liga. But they've got like a few, but it's not many. But I mean, if he does that on Saturday, and if we had to make a change at the back because with Harry Maguire, if he can play, but that'll be the only change I'll make. Just like if Maguire has to be kept out on Friday, then we're going to have to put in somebody like whoever was on the bench on Saturday, because Monday, because he'll have to put the performance in like what Harry Maguire did, because Harry Maguire, he didn't play that bad on Monday.
I mean, I don't think he did as well. I mean, he was very unlucky not to score as well. He was just denied by the upright. Of course, he did switch off for Iran's first goal, but he did get concussed after that, and it was the right decision to take him off. So we'll wait and see on that. There is doubt, kind of a bit of a doubt over Harry Kane. Apparently, he's went for the scan. There's no signs of seriousness. But then the question is, do you risk him for Friday, or do you keep him for Wales?
I would probably keep him. I'll probably keep him for Wales, because that'll like if somehow we'll get a draw on Friday, the Wales game's a must win, and that game, and you might need to play whether or not we'll get through to the latter stage, like the first knockout round in the World Cup. I mean, because you'll need to be there and try and get with the points, because glimpses we'll show glimpses on Monday against US, because
we did,
because the Wales in the second half had the chances. The US had the chances in the first half, and obviously Timothy Weah took that chance and managed to score. And yeah, that's what we're going to face against in the next two games. Two teams who can make threats in each half, because as you can tell, Wales and Wales is the same as Iran. They've got the odd one or two, but US is like you've got plenty, because some of them play in the Premier League, some of them play in France, Spain, back home in America. Like because the MLS is expanding and being like more highly rated, and so it is going to be really tough on Friday, because the US have some highly rated players, and then there's one player in mind in particular for who we all recognise as Newcastle fans, who will be playing for the US on Friday.
Yeah. If Harry Kane doesn't make the game, this man can step in. That man there, Callum Wilson, set up Grealish for an assist on Monday as well. So if Kane doesn't make the game, we know who we can put in that lineup. Could always put Callum Wilson in there. So we'll be on. James Talks Football says we've got to beat USA. Absolutely. If we beat them, I pretty much think we're qualified for the knockout stages, by the way. Now, remember last time we faced the USA in the World Cup? Remember this?
I generally don't remember that, because I didn't follow football then. I've only followed, this is my 10th season of following football, so I didn't know that.
Oh. Well, that was when Robert Green made a howler when we drew 1-1 with USA back in the 2010 World Cup. Rob Green made a howler in that game. I know Gerrard scored to take us the lead, but that was a poor World Cup we had in that one. And thankfully, we haven't got keepers like Robert Green in this competition. We've got Pickford, of course, who doesn't do too badly in an England shirt as well. We've still got Nick Pope, who's been outstanding for us for Newcastle this season. And we've got Ramsdale as well, who's been absolutely magnificent for Arsenal as well. So there you are. But yeah. But so we feel like, so we mentioned, I would say Southgate, he's got to stick with the same formation. But if Harry Kane doesn't make it, we've got to go with Callum Wilson for me, definitely. No doubt about that as well. So Maguire, if he's okay as well. Of course, he had to come off, being a bit concussed. Maybe it was just a precaution. But then we've also got players like Ben White, we've got Cody, and there's Eric Dyer there as well, who you've got as backup in that position as well. To me, Mason Trippier has to keep his place in the right back. For me, definitely.
He does. I've seen a few people on Twitter saying that he was the worst player, but I can't generally say much because I only seen the first half.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, if he wants to start like Trent Alexander-Arnold because you've got Josh Sargent who can play, who was a really good player, but he's playing in the Championship. And you've got you've also got Pulisic, Jordan Morris. Jordan Morris is highly Seattle Saunders. But if he wants to start like Alexander Arnold, but the problem with Trent Alexander Arnold is he's not right back, because we need a right back who can play really, really well.
That's it. And Gareth Southgate used Trippier, who's done fantastic for us as well. Plays a recognised a right back who can defend properly as well, like he does as well. And you certainly cannot drop Bellingham or Saka as well. Them two are outstanding for me in the game. He's got to keep those two in there for me as well.
I mean, pretty much the midfield and the strikers played really, really well on Monday, but I just don't want the midfield or forward to be changed. But if he does somehow, I'll just be normally pissed off with Southgate, because why would you want to change a decent team who went out 6-2 winners against Iran to getting beat of a decent US side? I mean, why would you want to do that?
Well, absolutely. Yeah, Sean, hope you well. Good evening. So, absolutely. Stick with the same formation, and majority of that team that started as well. Definitely as well. So, there. Otherwise, the Southgate changes it completely right up. Oh, God. I mean, at least you would say, Mason, he's given some of the youth a chance, i.e. Bellingham and Saka, who we've just said before. He's given a bit of a youth of a chance now in this tournament.
I mean, I've got the US team up as well. Who are them? Greg Bill, he's giving you a chance. The Musa, that highly rated American. He's decent. We've got obviously Brendan Aronson, another young decent player, and they've got obviously the highly rated one, the youngster, Timothy Weah. Wow, he played really, really good on Monday. So there's young threats that the US have, and we need to watch it. They've got the experience, like Christine Pulisic, Tyler Adams, and you've got as well Tim Ream at the back.
Yep, you do.
And that's Serginho and that Dest as well. I think he's a full back as well, but I think he can play at right wing back as well. So they've got young threats as well, and they've got a recognisable name for us, John Edlin.
Yes, Yedlin, former Newcastle player, is. I don't think he started the game for the USA. I think he was a substitute.
Came on, but
He
I
came
mean,
on.
he's risky as well. He'll be risky for Everton because of his fastness and pace, and he's one of the experienced heads. So we'll have to go on Friday, knowing that he's going to have to change the team. He's not. Not change the team. Keep the team as the same as it was on Monday because America have them threats. Like I've just said, the young stars, the experienced heads who are playing. So nothing's need to be changing. I'll be disappointed if he does because apart from if he needs to play like Connor Cody and Eric Dyer because Harry Maguire can't make it. But I mean, that's going to be the one change and keep the rest because as I only can say, nothing's wrong with that team who we played against on Monday because that team played outstanding.
Certainly did. You could see a little bit of course of concern at the back a little bit where we switched off for the first goal, but I don't know how they were watered a penalty because that was never a penalty as well. So, but yeah, of course. But our attack wise, we look so good, really good, which is really, really good. At least Southgate went with an attacker minded. I've been now Tony came out and says this. Has he been watching Eddie Howe since he's been edit some of our games, which Eddie Howe plays 4-3-3 as well? Has he been watching a bit of Eddie Howe?
Probably. He must have had like a meeting with like Eddie Howe or Graham Potter just to get like different ways they can play because obviously you've got Southgate who's the manager, but Eddie Howe and Graham Potter are the two highly rated English managers current to date in the Premier League. Yes, Potter hasn't had a good start with Chelsea, but he's still one of the highly rated managers in the Premier League. Him and Eddie Howe. So, I mean, if he's like had discussions with them now, I mean, fair play to him because he needs that. He needs changing to formations, tactics, and where players needs to be.
Yep, yeah, definitely as well. So, I'm confident we'll beat USA. I really, really am. I can't see why we shouldn't. As well, take the game at them. We've got a chance of putting a few past them as well. They're not going to be looking forward to facing our attack. Particularly when we start, particularly Saka, they're not going to be looking forward to coming up against him. Sterling, when he's on his game as well. I mean, I think he's playing maybe the formation of Chelsea, which is why he's probably not been up to scratch for Chelsea. But when he plays in like a 4-3-3 formation, like he did at Manchester City, he normally scores in those games. And you can see the way he got into the right place when Kane went that ball in on against Iran, and he was there first time volley. There you are.
I mean, I don't get it with obviously Graham Potter's putting the left wing back but somehow against us he started that young 19-year-old who was playing at left back on like just before the World Cup.
Yeah.
And he wasn't even in the squad. So something must have gone on to get that lad to play. And to be honest, it was he made his Premier League debut as well. I mean, and he played really, really good. But I'm sure that Lewis Hall is a Newcastle fan because
interesting.
His older brother is Connor Hall, the striker from Chorley. And he admitted that he's a Newcastle fan as well, that Connor Hall. So
interesting there, like wow.
I mean, going back to the topic, I mean, there's another player who could be in the shout for playing for England that Lewis Hall because he looks decent in Sterling. I think Sterling plays better at left wing in his normal position because he doesn't play a good left wing back because he's not an out and out left wing back, and he doesn't normally come back down to the back as much.
Mm-hmm. The good thing is with our midfield, you've got Declan Rice who can do the dirty work as well, which is what he's known for. And then you see Bellingham just pushing forward. So Rice can protect that back four, and Bellingham could be that one pushing forward as well. I don't think Mason Mount had a bad game on Monday as well. Would you agree?
I think he played okay.
I mean, could you say anyone had a poor game on Monday night?
Nah.
No one in particular. I mean, the goals that Iran scored, Pickford was no chance of saving them. But what I like about Pickford, he's not afraid to bollock into players as well if they start to switch off in a way as well. But, yeah. Now, of course, the squad will have to know that this is the USA we're playing. We're not playing Iran this time. So they've got to be defensively switched on as well, which there should be definitely as well. But if we really attack a USA, we've got a chance of sticking a few past them as well. If Kidd's fit, it'd be great to see him score, even though he didn't score Monday, but you could tell he was putting himself about. Set up the goal for Sterling, which was great. But of course, if he doesn't make the game, we've got Callum Wilson as well, who looked really good when he come on as well. Set up the goal for Grealish.
I mean, it just shows you the type of players we have. Mm-hmm. Obviously, the US have the same as well for them. Mm-hmm. But I mean, if we play the way we are mm-hmm. with the players and they're setting up goals, setting up assists and all that, I mean, the USA aren't mugs because some of them some of them play at the highest level.
Yeah.
Some of them play in the Champions League. Mm-hmm. So you don't say, apart from their keeper because he plays for Luton.
Yeah.
You don't say one player who's playing in a shit team. Well, Luton isn't a shit team because they keep fighting. They're up there all the time. But I mean, they've still got teams who are up there like in their respected leagues. Mm-hmm. Because they're some of the best American players around.
That's, yeah, absolutely. But do you think if we attack them, we can stick a few past them?
It all depends who they start at the back, because their manager might want to change. Their manager might want to change, like at the back with start Yedlin, because just because he's played against these players before in the Premier League. Keep them Ream, Robinson. Mm-hmm. Just keep change the three at the back, because it's players who have played up against these players in the Premier League and knows how to stop them.
I mean, their formation was 4-3-3 as well against Wales. I mean, Ream at the back for them, we can get at him, who plays for Fulham, I believe. And I don't think he's a highly rated defender. That's a one we can look at to target.
I mean, he's got the experience, but I think he isn't that fast. Because he's
years old as well.
He's 35 as well. But he's got the experience, but he's not that fast. Obviously, you can throw in Carter Vickers as well, because if you want to change Tim Ream, bring in Carter Vickers, because he played for Spurs.
Yep.
He played for Spurs. He played for a handful of teams in Championship. Now he's been in the Scottish Premier League, but he's been in and around a Premiership, like a top 6 team, where he's played against these players before, or faced some of these players before, like U4 playing out against him on loan. So they've still got so he can still play against England's team.
Yep.
But if their manager wants to keep better players, have Yedlin or Dest and Carter Vickers and Roberts at the back, because they'll need to change their defense on there Friday.
Maybe. I mean, the attacking three was Weir, Josh Sargent, who I believe still plays for Norwich, does he? I mean, and they've also got Pulisic as well. So
and Jordan Morris came on in the second half for the US.
Yep. So they have got some not so bad players in there, USA, but we've got to do. But if we get at them, we've just got an opportunity of beating them as well, which I believe. I don't see why we shouldn't.
And I just want to say as well that Jordan Morris, he's just came back from a serious injury, you know.
Wow.
So he's just came back from a ligament damage injury, so he's still getting back to grip. He's still getting to grips of playing football again. So if he somehow starts against England, that'll be one hell of a game he'll be in.
Yeah. Belgium have just beaten Canada 1-0.
Yep.
A bit unlucky on Canada because they missed a penalty.
It is.
So, but yeah. But never mind as well. So, but there you are. But but as I said before, we kind of go away from the current formation when it worked. I mean, we've got an opportunity. Do you think if we win Mason on Friday, that's us definitely qualifying to the knockout stages?
Yes, it will. And then after that, you'll either have Iran, US, or Wales, who I was coming in the next time with. But I mean, if we win on Friday, hopefully, because we may need to be embarrassed if we get somehow lose the next two games to get out of the competition. I mean, all our hard work's just went out the door. So we'll need to comfortably win on Friday and comfortably win on Tuesday to see if we can get through to the next round. Yeah,
absolutely. Hopefully we should as well. I'm confident we'll do that. Again, it's just down to the players. And if Southgate sticks with the formation he's got, keeps the same team, although if we may have to change one or two due to injuries, possibly Kane. We haven't heard anything about Maguire, actually. So I'm guessing he's probably all right. It was just a bit of precaution for him. So we'll just wait and see, I suppose. But got to stick with the same formation, Gareth Southgate, that way.
Oh, definitely.
Absolutely. Yeah, as well. So it is going to be a very interesting game. But let's hope England can do that job again on Friday night. I believe they will indeed.
Look at it. Their goals the US is it's not that good. Not that good. You've got 2-3-2-1, 3-1-0-0-0, 1-9, 6-0-0-2, 4-7-21-11, 1-4, and 5. The player with the highest is Christian Pulisic, and the rest are just 15 below for goals. So we've got one hell of a chance of scoring goals passes on Friday.
Yeah, we certainly do. So game's going to be very interesting. Well, then let's go for the predicted lineup then. So you could start it off, Mason, with the goalkeeper.
John Pickford.
Yeah, it's going to be Pickford to stay in goal. Definitely. Didn't really put a foot wrong in the game on Monday as well, although he was having a go at some players for switching off. Couldn't have done out about the first goal that Iran scored, definitely as well. So, yeah, well. Okay, right back, and I think this man's got to keep his place for me. Got to be that man there, Kieran Trippier. Did very well on Monday. He stays in there for me. Do not take him out the side. For either Walker or Alexander-Arnold, you've got to keep Kieran Trippier in that starting lineup. 100%, you've got to keep him in that starting lineup, definitely. Okay, Mason, who takes one of the centre-backs?
Harry Maguire.
Yep, it is going to be Maguire. For me, definitely. I mean, he didn't do too bad. I mean, he hit the bar. and he was just unlucky not to score, I thought. So, so there. But he can be good from set pieces when you need him on to be. And I know people say he has been playing shocking for Man United, but when he's playing for England, he's a different player. He plays better for his country than he does abroad, than he does for his club. So that's if he's fine. He should be fine. I believe he will. So I have no reason actually to take him out the side. I really, really don't. So there. Okay, alongside him, I think who's going to go in that next centre back? I think it's going to be that man, John Stones. Definitely, he's got to be defensively switched on as well. He really, really needs to be, as well. And I thought he did very well on Monday as well. So there you are. I have no reason to take him out the side as well. Okay, Mason, who goes in at left back?
Luke Shaw.
Yes, Luke Shaw, I thought did very well as well. Of course, set up the first goal for Jude Bellingham to get his header onto that, and we're going to need more of that, definitely from Luke Shaw in this game as well, and his defending and his crossing, bombing up and down the flanks, which is what he's known to be good at, and he's got to get those crosses in the box, definitely as well. So that is the back four. Okay, let's go into midfield. So the three in midfield. And we've got to start. This man has got to keep his place. Got to keep him in there. He was magnificent. 19 years old he is.
Same age as bloody me, man.
What a career he's got ahead of him. Will we see him in the Premier League soon, do you think?
Bloody hope so. Bloody hope so. Bloody hope it's with us as well.
That would be magnificent, wouldn't it, if it could? But he's got to keep his place there for me, definitely. So I don't see why he should be taken out. Okay, Mason, who goes in the next midfield role in the centre?
Who's playing midfield again? Mason Mount?
Yes. So there you are, Mason Mount. So I think he will keep his place as well. He did do too bad, I thought. He can be known to be that one just to drift ahead as well in terms of his attacking as well. So I'm definitely gonna keep him in the side as well. So there you are. And the last one, I believe, in midfield will be this man. It'll be Declan Rice. Definitely, we're gonna need him for his dirty work. He can also protect the back four as well. He can look out to pick out passes to anyone as well. And that's what he's good at as well, Declan Rice. That is going to be crucial for us, definitely, in this game as well. So there we are. Okay. Now it's going to the attacking three. Okay, Mason. On that right-hand side.
Bukayo Saka.
He was magnificent, I thought.
Oh, I love him, mate. I genuinely do love him.
He's glad he's been given this opportunity in this tournament as well. And he's scored 2 goals. 2 goals he's bagged in this World Cup for England as well. He's going to cause the USA players a lot of problems in terms of his attacking ability as well. And they're not going to be looking forward to coming up against him. Absolutely not. So there. Okay, out on that left-hand side, it is going to be that man, Raheem Sterling. He got his goal as well last week. He's playing in a formation that works for him better. 4-3-3 as well. I know he's not been doing it at Chelsea pretty much, but when he's playing in a more attacking formation, he can score. And he certainly did that. Right place at the right time last week when Harry Kane whipped that ball in the box. And he was there just to get his boot onto that and just rifle that past the goalkeeper, which got us the 3rd goal from him in that game as well, definitely. Right, Mason, is Harry Kane going to make it, or do you think he's not?
Hope so. Generally hope so. With the rumours I've seen today about him just being okay, then may as well just start him.
Yeah. That's heard he was actually able to train as well. So apparently he's got nothing serious done. But it's whether Gauss Southgate is definitely going to risk him. So, but if he is 100% fit, he does go in there. So there you are. If he does go in there, but if he's not fit, we know who goes in there.
Mr. Callum Wilson.
So yeah, so Kane if starts if he's 100% fit, but if he's not and he doesn't play, got to go with Callum Wilson for me, definitely. But the good thing is as well, we've also got other players to like bring off the bench as well. I.e., Rashford did well when he come on. Grealish got himself a goal as well. I know Foden came on as well. So it's going to be another very interesting game on Friday night, is definitely. But we've gone with the lineup. So in goal, Jordan Pickford. Right back, Kieran Trippier. The two centre backs of John Stones and Harry Maguire. Left back will be Luke Shaw. The three in midfield, in the centre midfield, of Declan Rice, Jude Bellingham, and Mason Mount. And the attacking three of Bukayo Saka, Raheem Sterling, and if he's fit, Harry Kane, but if he's not, Callum Wilson. That is what the England lineup we think is going to be. Got to stick with the same formation. Got to go with it again like you did last week. Take this game to the USA, and we definitely have a really good chance of sticking a few past them as well. And if we do win, I think we'll be through to the knockout stages in this competition as well. Definitely. Okay, right then. On to the last part, and that is going to be the score predictions as well. So, Mason, are you confident of another England win?
Yes. Obviously, with the threats England and US have, I'm going to go with a tight 2-1 England win.
So 2-1 to England for you, Mason. I'm going to say England. And who's going to get the goals for England?
Saka.
We're going for Saka again. Wow, why not?
In Saka and Bellingham.
He's going for them again.
And for the US, either Pulisic or Timothy Weah.
Okay. Okay, for my score prediction, I'm going to say 3-1 to England. So I'm going to go for a 3-1 win. I'm going to go for goals for Saka. I'm going to say Sterling's going to score again. And if he's fit, Harry Kane. But if he's not, I'm going to go for Wilson to get a goal, definitely. As well. So I think he did well, Wilson, when he come on, set up the goal for Grealish. And hopefully next game he gets himself a goal, whether he starts or he's off the bench, definitely. Joe Linton saying, come on, USA, win, please. Sorry, Jolene, but I don't think that is going to happen, buddy. Yeah. So there you are.
He's finally changed his pretty profile picture as well.
Oh, he has, hasn't he? What is he gone with? So there you are. Okay, right then. Well, that's it for the preview. So just before we go, Mason, where can we find you on your social media?
Mason Ford on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Mm-hmm. No problem. So feel free to follow Mason on his social media as well. Of course, for me, of course, you know my channel is PD Proudlock. Of course, all my other social media links, they're PD Proudlock as well. So please do feel free to check out, subscribe, like, and follow me on there definitely as well. What we got coming up? Well, unfortunately, I was going to plan to do a watch along for this game, but unfortunately, I've just realised I've got other stuff on then, so I'm not going to be able to do that. But we'll still have a match
again.
We'll still have we'll still do the match review the next day, and we're also going to do on Saturday night this time because I've got stuff on Friday night as well. On Saturday, 8:00 PD's football live show will be taking place this Saturday this time as well. So get yourselves tuned in for that. Of course, we'll have a right laugh on there in terms of the food picks. Of course, the comments of Jurgen Klopp and other lookalikes as well, which is what really took off majority of that show now. It really is, definitely. So there you are. So that is what we got coming up next on the channel. So we'll have the match review for the USA game the next day, and the same with the PD's Football Live show, definitely as well. So make sure do get yourselves tuned in and get yourselves on Saturday night for PD's Football Live show, definitely as well. Right, that is it, guys. Again, if you have enjoyed, of course, please do hit the thumbs up, drop a like on this stream. Please do hit that subscribe button, of course. If you're new to the channel, or if you're enjoying the content and you're not yet subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button, because it really is definitely help growing the channel, definitely as well. You can still donate if you would like to do so. So hit that $ and feel free to donate to the channel if you would like to. And feel free to, again, to become a member, of course, for just 99p a month as well, definitely. So there you are as well. So there we are, guys. Until next live show, we shall see you all later. Take care of yourselves. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Good night, everyone. Take care. See you all later.